What's up, fam? We hard on the yard, out with the pups, and my boy Domino. I guess y'all say every time y'all see us is about some water stuff now. When we out here, it's hot, man. It's hard on the yard. And you see my bullies all very active, so we got a lot going on when we out on the yard. I like to make sure they got some water. If I don't find some good water, if I don't keep them supplied with some good water, they'll find the worst water. So I always try to keep something open. Now, when a couple of times they've been out playing and you'll see the water and it looks dark on the film, that's just how the film looks. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about today is skinny bullies, man. These skinny bully puppies. What to do if your puppy is too skinny. And I'm glad I got this bunch out because you might have seen the videos a couple of weeks ago. All of these people, all these bullies here that got skinny, even Domino. We was on the raw diet. And the pups are a little bit skinnier than I want them. But you see, we fattened them right up. And I did one quick thing. Well, I did a few quick things. First thing is, 9 times out of 10, your bully is wormy. He's just teaching them to stop all this face licking. He could beat them up if he wants to, but he's just teaching them how to behave in the pack. They don't learn. They are habitual line crossers, and I'm waiting on somebody to really teach them a lesson. What I'm gonna have to do is let their mom out, their mom Black Widow. She's gonna teach them to quit doing that. But they just licking his face, and he got to teach him. He's not even licking no more. They try to play with him and bite him, and he's trying to show him that this is not what you do to a big dog. But anyway, what I had to do is deworm the dog. And a lot of times what happens is the mom dog, when the dogs was whelped, the mom dog had worms. And that passes on to the dog. Anything that the mom has passes on to the dog. Domino, come back. Come back. Domino. Come here. Stay over here. Anything the mom has transfers on to the dog. Every mom has mites. That's why sometimes you get the hair fall out on the young pups because they'll have skin mites. Sometimes you have to go get shampoo for that because they all have that. But it's a good thing to worm the mom before she whelps. But if you don't, then that's passed on to the pups, and you're gonna have some wormy pups. Come here. So the first thing you should do is worm your pup. And you can get this at any vet store. They'll give you some real good dewormer. Or you can go to Tractor Supply, or I've seen it at Walmart's even. But I know definitely they have it at Tractor Supply. And you can worm them and get going. Domino here was skinny because what Domino's problem is he's a wild boy. This whole bunch, what their problem is they wild. So Domino, I'll give him his water, and he likes to stick his feet in the water. So after he drinks a little bit, he sticks his feet in the water, and that keeps him being wormy. So I have to worm him a little bit more than everybody else. Him and his sister, I took them to the lake when they were young, and that really messed them up. Now they just love the water, playing in it. And for that reason, I got to worm him more than everybody else. So you have to pay attention to what your dog's tendencies are, what your pup's tendencies are. I'm gonna let them run around a little bit out here. You have to realize what your dog's tendencies are, and that way you'll know how often you need to worm. If they were just in the house and they wasn't getting into anything, maybe every 6 months. But if you see your dog start to get a little skinny, things ain't looking right, you can easily go to the vet and get a fecal matter exam. Costs about $35, and they'll tell you if it's wormy or not, what types of worms and what they got to do. Come here, Domino. I'm not going off in the woods. Domino. There you go. Come on, girl. We gotta get the man out. We're gonna cut some grass today. It's always a chore out here. Secondly, you gotta realize what skinny puppy is. When I say the puppy's too skinny, I mean, you can see bones. You can see, you might not see rib bones, but you can definitely see the spine, you know. The belly, see those dogs, the belly and everything is full. All the way. You don't see any ribs or anything like that. That's good. This is summertime. And my dogs run around, they get exercise. So that is still healthy. What you have to realize is that your puppy is not his dad yet. He's not as big. He's not gonna have the muscle that his dad's got yet. So take your time with that. That'll come at about a year. He'll pop and he'll be amazing looking. So give him time. But skinny, these pictures I'm getting, they kind of look like chihuahuas. And you know, even the muzzle is skinnier than it should be. And that's from being wormy. So first thing you do is deworm. Second is you got to get some kind of a supplement to make sure he's getting all of the nutrients he needs. He might be missing something. Come on, y'all. He might be deficient in something, and I did several shows on glucosamine, vitamin D deficiency, stuff like that. But with all seriousness, you need some kind of a supplement. The bully has a little bit more muscle than the average dog, so it needs a little bit more protein. And when I say a little more, I mean a little more. Your puppy cannot take all the protein that the adult dog can take. So after he gets to a year old, then you're gonna really start hitting him with some good protein, and that's how he's gonna mass out. But if you do it now, it'll mess with his growth plates, and it won't turn out right. So you can't over protein him now. But you need some kind of a supplement so that you can fill in the gaps and stuff that you're not getting. That's why I use the New Vet Plus, because it's got all kind of little supplements that I'm not thinking about, and I seem to keep everybody healthy, man, and shiny and looking good. I used to use Dine. I used to put Dine on top of all of my look at this. They done found something to tear up. I used to put Dine on my food. Dine you can go and get. It's an additive that you can come here, Primo. Oh. Dine is an additive that you can use to add on top of the food. They're gonna get up in them thorns and you're gonna come back out of there, them thorns gonna get you. You know how much I paid for this soundproofing square this cost? You can also use Dine. Put the Dine on the on your dog food, and it'll add some weight. It's got more preservatives and stuff in it. But still, I would say get the New Vet because you're gonna add other stuff. But deworm, Dine, New Vet. Make sure you're not. What we're trying to do is get you back to square one. Get you back to a flat base and then build on it. How do I get you back to a flat base? First, we got to get all the parasites out of the dog. You do that by deworming. So we got all the parasites out of the dog. Now we need to give it all the nutrients it needs to build back up. So whatever food you're giving it, Make sure it's something that's got protein, not high in protein, but higher than normal. That's why we use kibble, because kibble is always higher than normal protein. Make sure you got something that's higher than normal protein. Get some kind of a supplement so he's not deficient. At the last resort, go get you some Dine too. And the Dine will put some weight on just before winter here. And you might be in the right direction. Now, if your dog just runs around a lot, like my dogs run around a lot, they're not gonna be like these guys' dogs on the internet. These dudes' dogs is just sitting in kennels all day long. They're not getting no exercise. They got an extra 5-10 pounds on them just from doing nothing. Come back here, Debo. When I let these guys out, it's a full ring circus. They gonna do some stuff. Look at them. But it's real important that you do that. A lot of this stuff is you just making up for what the breeder didn't do sometimes. I'm not gonna say all the time, but a lot of times you're making up for what the breeder didn't do. Because they didn't know maybe, or they didn't have time, or they didn't do something, or you only paid them $200 or something. You know, dude sent me a picture, he bought a dog for $200. What do I think? I think it's a $200 dog. So now you gotta do all this stuff to make it have a chance. But if it ain't hard cut, it ain't gonna be hard cut. That's the next thing. Genetics play a big role in this, man. My dog Chucky looks like he does weights lifting every day. If you've seen him in person, you will know what I'm talking about. He looks like he lift weights every day. And that dog don't do nothing but lay in front of the TV. Come on. He has no training at all. It's just in his genetics. As long as I keep him healthy. Give me that. Come here, girl. As long as I keep Chucky healthy, he gonna be massive. It ain't got nothing to do with lifting. He'll never lift nothing. He barely walking around the front room. From one of my sponsors. This is a good good harness. We'll put a link for that in the channel since they done bought it out. Good security harness. You can put no pad on, don't pad on there, or good friend or whatever. One of our sponsors. But they were looking kind of very suspect. Domino, that's just where he's at. He's Bruce Lee. He's not Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's not gonna be big. He's gonna be toned and swole like that. That's just Domino. But I gotta watch him close, because like I said, he's very active. So in review, I hope we did. Come off my patio. In review, deworm, remove all the parasites from the dog. Give it a chance to get big. All right. After you deworm, build it up. Give it the best food. Go get you some Taste of the Wild, some Victor puppy food is what I recommend. And then add you some Dine or some Nuvet Plus as a supplement. After that, it is what it is. That's the genes that you got. Wait till a year and you might see something different. In a year, you can start piling on protein, doing some workouts and all that type of stuff. So take your time and get to it. And then in about 3 years, it'll pop again. You know, then at 3 years is when you really know how wide the bully is. You really don't know how wide your bully is until 3 years. Give me that, little thief. Sit. Debo is the best pup. These two, they stay out. But I'm keeping about 10 dogs very fat and healthy, man. So I'm telling you these simple steps to do it. If it was complicated, I wouldn't be able to keep it up. I can't keep on no intervals and looking at this and looking at that. I have to pay attention to the dogs. I have to